Guys, it's Foamsy here. I don't do intros, sorry about that. But this is just how to make CCs in Photoshop, like your own custom CCs, so you don't have to like just go download someone's pack and like try to find CCs from other people. You can just make your own on the spot. Because I found that using stuff from packs, it's okay, but like different CCs are better in certain scenarios. You can't always find like a good looking one for a design, so this one I just made in like 5 seconds, showing my friend. It's all I used was some gradient maps, curves, all that stuff. But I'll teach you. I'm not gonna teach you this exact one because I'm not gonna be able to probably replicate it the same way again. But all right. So first, just make sure you have your what I would recommend for this is offset black 12117. I recommend that color black, and for white, I recommend F1, 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 which is like an offset white. And then what you want to do is you click above on gradient map, and you'll see it turns it like black and white. So what you want to do for this color, like you don't have to do gradients like this, but here I'll do a black and white one like the one I made before, and then I'll make a colorful one. So for this, you'd want to overlay this, and then you want to turn it down somewhere like usually pretty low, and it adds a little bit more like color, I guess. And then you click your gradient map again, and you click reverse, and this will make it look really cartoony unless you like turn down the opacity, like, and if you want to make something like cartoony, like here's how you do it. But I recommend turning it down to a single digit number. 9's the most I'd ever go on it, unless I was making something cartoony. But you do that, and then what I do is I go to curves, yeah. So let's find curves, and you want to make like a little S. Usually that looks nice, and sometimes you like change the opacity down on it, or you can leave it up. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. You don't have to follow these exact steps. I'm just showing you like certain tools and stuff you can use. And so then I had to go to like vibrance, and I usually make these the same. I usually make it from anywhere from 2 to 6, so I'll make this 3 for both of them. And it just adds a little bit more color on the stump there. If you look, it adds a little bit more. It's more of a subtle effect. But then what I go to is I go to color balance usually, and you choose what you want. I'm just going to use midtones, and I'm going to turn up the red a little bit, turn the green up a bit, and I'm going to turn the yellow down a little bit. And you'll see it makes this pop more, and it makes like the background a little less, like, it makes it look more whole, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but you do that, and then usually this looks really ugly when you do this at first, but you make another gradient map, and you want to do the default one, which is the transparent to the rainbow to the transparent. And then what I do is I overlay it, and you put it on like anywhere from 3% and up, usually not too high like the cartoony one, and it adds more color. If you look closely, it's a really subtle effect, but looks nice. And then you can go, not color balance, whoops. You can go to like levels, and you can choose, like, I'm scrolling through right now, but like that makes it look really bright. You can like lower the opacity of that if you wanted. I'm just gonna do the darker one because I think that looks nice. And now let's go to exposure. I'm gonna turn down I'm gonna make the gamma correction like 98. Just do that. Alright. Now I'm going to, you can also use hue and saturation, like make them all the same. Do something like that. It makes it look more like whited out. It makes it look more lit up, with this effect at least. And then I usually finish it off with color lookup. This is a nice thing that a lot of people know about. Like that looks pretty cool right there. Actually, like that looks really cool. It like changed the color of it. That's really cool actually. I don't want to make it the same as the other ones, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. So this is the original. If you turn them both on, ooh, that looks cool. I actually call that original. So this is like a red tingy one, I guess you could call it. You could change it out and stuff, but you don't have to use all these. You can you don't have to end up using all the stuff I showed you in 1cc, because after a while it's gonna get repetitive just using all the same stuff again. You might want to change it up a little bit. So you could I always recommend, however, the gradient maps at the beginning. You don't have to use the black and white one, but I recommend using some sort of gradient, because you can make some really cool looking colors and such. You can do this in any order. It doesn't matter what order you choose. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I'm gonna turn up the highlights. So let's do like that. Turn the opacity down on it. Let's go to channel mixer. And you could do a monochrome or default. These are all black and white. I don't use channel mixer too often, but you could go to brightness and contrast, and I don't think I used this the last one. I say and a lot. Don't worry about it. But a vibrance. Maybe if I make it I'm just giving you general guidelines, what I normally use. I wouldn't normally make a CC like this, but you can make some pretty cool CCs with this. You could add a hue and saturation on top. Make weird green moldy looking background. Go to levels again. You can choose more green. You can change that out. I don't know. Levels is another thing I really use. Posterize. Posterizing stuff can look nice sometimes. Turning it up usually makes it look nice, huh? There's one other thing. Was it photo? Yeah. So there's all these different filters you can choose. You can change warming filter. You can change the color to a green. You can make it an orange. You can really just play with it. You can turn the density up on it. Make a cherry blossom forest. I don't know. Just basically just use your imagination and work your way through it. I'm not gonna give the PSD because these aren't that good of CCs. These were made pretty fast, but maybe eventually I'll put this in the description. But it's not really these aren't that amazing CCs. I just wanted to show you guys the general basics on how to make them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and peace.